see for and this one, boom. Hopefully that's the right one. Let's see if we're live here. There we go. We're live here. Okay, we're live here. Okay. Technical difficulties, I guess. Okay. So let me just reshare the link, and hopefully it didn't destroy the stream by having to start over. I can still get some notifications. Let's see. Back up live. Boom. There we go. You guys made it back? Okay, awesome. Let me know how the connection's working. I made a small little adjustment, so hopefully that's better for the future. Hopefully. And then we're gonna is it doing it again? Okay, I'm about to say, man, about the trip. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let me continue back. We were talking about while people join in. Thanks for coming back. Crystal, thank you for the stars. Appreciate it. I gotta hear it too. I thought I'd disable that for the stream. I guess I didn't. Jesus, everything's coming back to me now. Lord Almighty. Welcome, welcome. Okay, boom. All right, so let's start. We're going to start with the Florida stories again real quick. Gavin Douyon and Mohamad Nour, 4-year-old and 5-year-old autistic children. I'm not going to replay the same clip I just played, but I have a couple of others loaded up on that story. So, let's doing it again. Is it doing it? La 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 la. Thank you. La 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 la. Okay. There we go. Thank you for the stars. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So discombobulated now. Stars, donations. Okay. For some reason, everything reset.
Ray Turner is taking a closer look at what parents need to know about the dangers of these retention ponds that are all around us.
A 5-year-old autistic and nonverbal boy, Mohamad Nour, was found dead in a pond just east of the Wolf Creek townhomes where he lived.
It looks like he went out the front door, maybe unlatched it. The door was found unlatched this morning by the parents when they called police.
Police say Nour was attracted to water but could not swim.
We know from our training that these children are often attracted to bodies of water, which is very concerning for us.
I talked with a professional educator who works with autistic individuals, Myron Pincombe, who says the reason for that is because autism is a sensory disorder.
So if you think of water, it's attracted to all of our senses. It has a sense of taste, it has a sense of touch, sight, it's very shiny. Smell.
Thanks, Jen.
You can even, it's either very peaceful or it's very loud as far as hearing as well.
Pincombe says children with autism aren't like a typical child. You need a team to watch over them.
We encourage parents a lot to, alert their neighbors, alert all the caregivers around them what the challenges they're going through, because it's a full-time job just to watch them.
Jacksonville City Council members launched an awareness campaign to inform residents about the potential dangers and important functions of a retention pond. They even created a list of do's and do nots when at a retention pond.
Okay. So, okay, there's that one. The retention pond thing, because they're talking about they're going to get a whole committee. They're going to meet up. They're going to try to find solutions. Is the chat updating? I think it's updating, right? Or is it not? I don't think it's updating. I don't think the chat's updating. All kinds of issues. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Okay, it's updating now. We got it? We good? We're good or nah? I don't know what they really could do though, what the solution is for retention ponds. I mean, if they're in a community of houses, I guess they could put up signs. I mean, they're not going to put fencing around the entire pond or every pond that exists in a community, right? I don't know.
Are drowned or working to make retention ponds safer. It comes just days after 5-year-old
What's up, Brody?
Mohamad Nour drowned in a pond near Beach and Hodges Boulevards. Police say he had autism and got out of his family's house. He was found dead about 2 hours after his family reported him missing.
News for Jack's I-Team reporter Vic Micolucci was at the city's emergency meeting on retention ponds. Vic, what do they think could make a difference?
Tarek and Joy, they talked about a lot of things. First of all, how dangerous retention ponds are, and they are all throughout the city and our area. They brought up fencing, physical barriers, but they said they need to start with conversations because education is key here. 3 days after this tragic scene where rescuers pulled 5-year-old Mohamad Nour's body from a south.
I mean, do you guys think that's feasible? Is that going to be a thing? Putting barriers around all retention ponds? I guess in the communities or something? I don't know.
Outside retention pond near his home, local leaders are pushing for change.
What next steps that we could potentially take?
Council members Jacoby Pittman and Leanna Cumber called an emergency meeting with Jacksonville's Public Works Director John Pappas. They're looking for ways to make retention ponds safer.
This is an emergency. It's an urgency that we get the information out to the community.
Pittman and Cumber teamed up to educate people on the dangers of retention ponds 2 years ago. But now they say they're going directly to developers and public schools to talk to students, parents, and builders.
Really important to get the schools involved, get our first responders involved, so it resonates with kids, resonates with families. So yes, it will take money, it will take time, and it will take everyone getting together.
They want signs to warn people of the dangers. Retention ponds have steep slopes to catch water, and the bottom is muddy, which can be hard to get out of.
Just because the ponds may look beautiful, it is a dangerous place.
But education can only do so much. They're discussing fencing or natural barriers like thorn bushes that could keep people out.
Are there ways to address the actual infrastructure of the ponds themselves to make them safer?
It's a tall task. The city manages 235 ponds. There are hundreds more on private property. The pond Nour drowned in is privately owned by the Wolf Creek Townhome Association. There is no fence and no barrier. And they admit they don't have all the answers. That's why they are studying this. They're talking to the experts. They're looking to see how other cities deal with these problems. They say fencing doesn't solve all of the problems.
I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. I'm just checking because we're having some weird issues. Hopefully it's going okay now. Go figure all the issues. Looks like it should be okay. So we'll kind of move it on. That was just kind of a little interesting or sad story, but FYI also. I know autistic kids, they're like on 100. Well, one of my family members is autistic. He's like all over the place. They're opening, closing doors. They're just randomly running outside, running into the street, turning on the water, turning it off, throwing things, breaking like some of them, you know, it's really tough. I could only imagine maybe one person trying to, you know, you need like help, a group of people or something, like a team of people. And this final little video that I wanted to show you guys, because I was thinking about these two incidences, and I'm not putting this on the parents at all, but I just see that there's obviously people out there that take advantage of this, that they know, okay, autistic kids have a thing for bodies of water or retention ponds. And so this lady took it upon herself. This is another Florida story. You guys might remember this. Where she just tried to push her child on camera, and when she failed the first time, she tries it again.
Showing a chilling crime, a mother allegedly pushing her autistic son into the water before running away screaming. Police say that was the mother's first attempt to kill her son.
Just so heartbreaking. Now she's charged in his murder. Local 10's Janine Stanwood is live in Southwest Miami-Dade with that heartbreaking video, Janine.
And this is where 9-year-old Alejandro lost his life on Thursday night. But police say before he drowned here, his mom tried to drown him at another body of water. There is video, and we have to warn you, it is disturbing.
The video is shocking and heartbreaking. We're told this is Patricia Ripley walking with her 9-year-old son Alejandro on the bank of a canal in West Kendall. She's stroking his hair, looking around.
That's crazy, man. Even consoling him. She's like, I'm still having a little issues. I'm going to have to, after this stream, I'm going to try to push the stream a little forward. We'll move through it. then I'll have to figure out this little weird issue that I have going on. But she's literally like consoling him there.
And in a single move, shoving him into the
How crazy is that?
stroking his hair, looking around, and in a single move, shoving him into the water.
She kind of got started screaming. She called his name a couple times, but it was weird. And then she turned around and ran away screaming.
This witness, who doesn't want to be identified, trying to make sense of what's happening.
Oh, look, they got a little warning there, a little sign on by the water.
Ran away screaming.
This witness, who doesn't want to be identified, trying to make sense of what's happening. He says Ripley returns with a bystander, and with another man, they pull Alejandro from the water. Here you can see they dry him off. Neighbors say mom and son then leave.
Kind of stripped him down, dried him off, and she just walked that way. The older couple went into the first hallway.
Police say this was Ripley's first attempt to kill her son, who was autistic and could not speak. About an hour later, they say she led him to another body of water at the Miccosukee Golf and Country Club. His lifeless body would be found the next day. Investigators say Ripley initially told them a bogus ambush and abduction story to explain what happened, setting off an all-out search before she eventually confessed, telling detectives Alejandro's, quote, going to be in a better place. She now faces a charge of first.
So I think she used that whole notion with autistic kids that they're drawn to water, and she was just going to play it off like, oh, maybe he ran in there, or I didn't realize where he went. He ran away and he just drowned. And who knows, maybe if there wasn't a camera here, maybe she would have got away with it. You know? Maybe she could have got away with it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this current story, Samuel Olson. From what I'm hearing, I just really looked a little bit into this today, and I'm hearing there's conflicting stories. There's the 6-year-old boy, Samuel Olson, that's missing, and the father, I think his name is Dalton. I heard somebody say, I believe it's Dalton. The father's girlfriend is Theresa Balboa, and the grandmother, she just did a press conference. We're going to watch that video too. Tonya Olson, the grandmother. And supposedly, I think it's best to listen to the story because the grandmother was claiming that there's some media that's putting out false information because the child was reported missing May 27th, 7:30 a.m. And Theresa, the boyfriend, the father's girlfriend, claimed that the mother shows up with a police officer to take the child. But now they're saying, the investigators are saying they don't really even know how true that is. There's an article that I found too that the grandmother was saying that they maybe believe that story was fake. And there's supposed claims that maybe the child was missing since April. They say, the police say, the investigators outside of the family, the last time they could confirm that Samuel was seen was, I believe, at school April 30th. But I didn't listen to the full video of the grandmother talking, but she stated that there's more recent pictures and that he hasn't been gone for that long. So what I wanted to do, we'll just hear it from the horse's mouth, right? What I'll do first is play this clip from this police HPD executive assistant Larry Satterwhite. So we're going to listen to his press conference thing, and then we're going to listen to the grandmother talk. And by the way, this woman, Theresa, she's currently missing. They can't find her. The woman that came up with the story that the mother shows up with a police officer. So let's check it out. Put the video right here.
Good evening. My name is Larry Satterwhite. I'm the Executive Assistant Chief over Field and Support Operations. With me,
Shades of Amari,
Assistant Chief Heather Morris over Criminal Investigations Command. So why are we here? We are looking for Samuel Dalton Ronald Olson.
Oh.
He's a 6-year-old child, just turned.
Where did I have that?
And we are looking everywhere we can to find him. I'll tell you what we know and that I can share. On Thursday, May 27th, in the evening time, around 6 p.m., we received a call in Southwest Houston about Samuel being taken by another individual.
And really quick,
officers.
A tidbit, I forgot. Somehow I lost this when I had to take the stream down. There's also allegations or claims Let's see here. Somebody posted this on Facebook. Where is baby Kate, aka Catherine? She said that the birth mom also has an open case. She's on bond for pretrial May 28th and trial set for 6/8. Per bond order, she's not allowed to be around Sam or Dalton, their child, or Dalton, the father. In May 2020, she hit Dalton with a vehicle. Both of these parents and dad's girlfriend are shady. So they're saying the bio mother and the girlfriend, the father's girlfriend, is shady. This is a picture. Let me see if I can show this real quick before we continue. To bigger screen. This is the looking rough. The father, and this is the girlfriend, Theresa. And this is the bio mother. All right. So there's a lot of weird shadiness. But let's just play back to this video.
Went to that location, started taking information from the individuals there that made the call about Samuel being taken.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of mix with this. Since that initially they reported that bio mom had primary custody. I read now that supposedly they shared custody. But then I think I saw a reporter ask, and we're going to get to that. I saw a reporter ask supposedly that the mother allegedly hadn't seen Samuel since like the beginning of 2020 or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. And she didn't want to ask questions. So once you see the grandmother's thing, I think it's going to be interesting. And I think she answers a lot of the questions that people have been asking or saying. So
from there, the reports went into our missing persons unit. And we started looking for Samuel. We didn't know what we had. We didn't know if we had a child custody issue. We could still have that, or anything else more nefarious. We just don't know, or if we were even getting the accurate information.
And Texas EquiSearch has gotten involved, and he has said that supposedly he doesn't think it looks good. It's not looking good. They've been searching, I believe, water, or I saw them searching somewhere. There was a specific location.
But this is how we conduct our investigations. We started talking to everybody that has any connection to little Samuel, in terms of where his caretakers, any relatives, and everyone else. And we're still doing that today. We have not located him yet. And no one seems to know where he is that we've talked to so far. Why are we here today? The apartment behind us is one of the last known locations that we are reported to have that little Samuel was at.
And from one of the little notes that I took, the brief notes, it says one of the last places the little boy was reportedly seen was at an apartment on Gulf Breeze in southeast Houston that belongs to Balboa's friend, which is the father's girlfriend. Monday night, police executed a search warrant. Crime scene and homicide investigators were seen going in and out, and they impounded a vehicle.
So this is why we were here today, and going in and looking for anything possible that might lead us to getting him back. I know that a lot of you saw that we had EquiSearch and officers in the field next behind us searching. It just goes to show you we are looking everywhere, anywhere possible where a 6-year-old child could be, or could have on his own, or by any potential other party that might have him. So we're at this point, we just do not have a lot of information, and we're asking you as the public to help us. If anybody knows where Samuel Olson is or has any information as to where he might be, to please call us. Call our missing persons unit at 832-394-1840, or just call 911 and then say what you have, and we'll send a unit out to get that information. Our goal is to get him back well and safe, and to get him back in the hands of people who love him and will take care of him. So with that, I'll stop there, and I'll take any questions you have, but understand there's what I can say and what I can't say.
The woman who apparently reported him being taken by someone on the 27th, is that woman now missing?
We are still looking.
So they're talking about the father's girlfriend.
We've talked to all of those individuals, even as much as earlier today. So we're still asking questions of everybody that might have involvement here or might know something. And at this point, I don't know specific where her whereabouts right now. I'm not willing to say she's missing. I'm just saying I don't know where she is at this moment.
Chief, can you tell us who has custody of the boy?
So it's a little bit complicated, but the biological mother and the biological father have joint custody, and each has times with the child. So that's what we know by court records at this point, and I haven't been given any updates on that.
He's still missing. Yes, he's still missing. And the woman that reported that the bio mother came with a police officer and took the child, she's missing too, supposedly. They haven't been able to reach her, which is pretty suspect.
Mom, have you talked to Mom?
We've talked to all of the parties, and unfortunately, no one knows where the child is right now.
Have you been able to figure out the last time someone actually saw him?
All we have are reports. The last time we know for a fact where he was his school, and that was April the 30th.
Right.
So we are working very hard because there's a lot of reports of where he was and why he was where he was. And we are trying to verify all of that information.
So there's a lot of, I mean, even one of the headlines is just conflicting stories, conflicting reports. That's why I was like even hesitant to kind of say, but what I can say is that he was reported missing on May 27th, but police confirmed they last saw, or outside of the family, that Samuel was last seen April 30th in his school. But the grandmother talks about that because she says that she supposedly put out pictures, more recent pictures, and so we'll get to that.
And again, this is a complicated case, but we're trying to move with as much urgency as we can to get him back safely. We just are still not where we need to be in terms of locating him.
Do you think the story of the bomb and the fake cop, is that a credible story?
We're trying to verify that. This is a residence where little Samuel was kept with someone who was watching him at the time, according to the reports that we have. Again,
you see, it's like all kind of weird. The article that I have, it says that Samuel was at this place, Gulf Breeze in Southeast Houston. That's from ABC 13, with a friend of the father's girlfriend. I don't know. Sounds like a weird living situation.
We have not verified everything yet. Right now, all we have are reports of the people that are involved, and we're trying to verify the stories, whether or not they're true or untrue. And it's just taking some time.
Did you just say that the last time you could verify that multiple people actually saw him was April 30th? Is that what you said?
That's what I said. We know the school reported that they had seen him on April 30th. And then since then, we are trying to figure out all the whereabouts. Again, we have reports from family members that are saying where he was, and we're trying to verify those things. But people outside of those people closest to him, we have not talked to anybody that has seen him.
So is it possible he's been missing since April 30th?
It is possible.
What do you do from here? What's going to happen now?
Sam went to school in Sci-Fair. It's CY hyphenation FAIR. I had no idea what kind of school that is, but that's what the reports say, Sci-Fair.
We are still talking to everybody. We are going everywhere possible. We are going to use everything available to us by...
It actually does say Hallbrook Elementary. The last time anyone saw him outside of his family was at Hallbrook Elementary in Sci-Fair ISD.
Through the courts, through the legal system, for getting information as quickly as possible to verify whereabouts, and hopefully through all of those types of measures, we'll find something that will lead us to him and get him back.
Does this apartment belong to the father's girlfriend?
No, sir. The apartment belongs to another individual that
That's kind of weird.
Father's girlfriend knew.
Isn't that kind of weird? That's kind of weird. It's right now. It seems like everybody, from what I'm seeing on the internet, there's a bunch of questions. Nobody really knows for sure. Yeah, I don't want to like put anything out there. I don't really know for sure. There's a lot of questions, a lot of
We've made
speculation.
contact with them. Yes.
You say it's complicated. It's complicated because there's so many different stories that you're getting. Or?
It's complicated for all of those things. Everybody's saying what they, what happened, and again, we're just trying to verify and piece it all together.
Is the protective order still active between the girlfriend and the father?
I don't know that information right now.
And the name of the school?
I don't have that information. I mean, I could look it up, but that would take me a long time in this press conference. But yeah, we can find out. I'm not. I mean, if later on follow up with you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Who
Just-
exactly was watching Samuel at this apartment?
Right now, the reports are that a friend of the biological father. So that's what we're working through right now.
It was weird.
That's the reports. Okay, so again, we're trying to verify everything, and it's just going to take some time.
It's always weird to me when I hear these stories and a parent is asked, when was the last time you seen your child? Where's your child at? And it's this huge mystery. I could never imagine somebody ask me, and it's like this whole, it's a map. We all on the internet have to come together because these people can't even say themselves and they don't know for sure. It's just incredible to see shit like this where it's a mystery. It's unknown. I don't know what my child is. Why are you asking me? It blows my mind away sometimes. And everybody has a different story. I couldn't imagine doing some shit like that.
But again, I will say again that if anybody knows anything about this or can shed some light on where little Samuel is, to please call us and let us know. We'd like to get him back. I don't have any information on that.
And specifically here at this location, you have a search warrant. Can you tell us what you're searching for and how long you'll be in there?
It's like anything else. We were hoping to find Samuel, but we're going to go. The warrants that we draw and everything that we do is basically we are doing everything we can legally to try to locate him and get him back. So there'll be more, and there'll be more locations checked, and we really won't stop until we find him.
This turned out to be not I don't want to say dead end, but
I still don't know. We still have investigators.
And let me show you real quick. And for the people that have just joined, we're going to listen to the grandmother speak now. I just wanted to play his video first. But the grandmother came out today and spoke about a lot of different things. I didn't listen to it all. I was just like, oh, wow, we got to listen to this together. But this was the vehicle also. Let me get you a bigger screen. My connection's being funny. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out after. So thank you for bearing with me. It's being a little weird. But so this, according to KHOU News Houston, it says car towed away overnight as search for a little Houston boy who hasn't been seen at school since April. So it's just weird. The school, it's a confirmation. The school says they last saw him April. But they're saying that the report from the father's girlfriend is that it was just recently as May 27th. And I'm really wondering, where's the bio mother? I don't know anything about her. We might have to do a deep dive. I'm sure the web sleuths are already digging in. But this was the vehicle taken from that house that doesn't belong to the girlfriend or the father or the bio mother. It's a friend of one of theirs. The police did a search warrant over there and they took this vehicle. I don't know who this vehicle belongs to. If anybody knows in the chat, go ahead and comment. Maybe let me know. Yeah.
Checking everything. So I don't know what will turn up from this. Hopefully something that'll lead us to him.
How does no one know where a 6-year-old is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see and hear stories like this. Maybe that's a new thing with parents or people where they have no idea. I could tell you in the snap of a finger at any moment of the day. You wake up first thing in the morning, I could tell you where my daughter's at. It's amazing that these people, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I guess that's the thing now.
I don't have an answer for you, but we're going to find out.
Chief, the friend is male or female?
Of the biological father or female?
Female?
Female.
Thank you, Chief.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right, so let's watch Grandma speak, because Grandma, she was very emotional,
And
you know, understandably. Oh wait, the audio's not good on this one. Let me get you. I fixed the audio a little bit because it was kind of jacked up. It was coming out of one ear. I like to hear it out of both ears.
and
There we go. So this is the grandmother. Her name is Tonya Olson, and I guess she kind of clears up some of the things that's been going on. She's really upset, frustrated. I can understand. Let's hear what she has to say.
he's got a really funny personality, and he jokes about my name because I'm his egg.
Is this
We just
paternal
need
grandmother?
information.
I think it is paternal grandmother, just because they have the same last name. I'm thinking it is.
On anybody that knows anything to please contact HPD or EquiSearch Tim. They're all working very hard. This case is very confusing, like HPD said last night. There's conflicting stories. They're sorting out those issues at the moment. The last person Sam was seen with was with Theresa Balboa.
That's the father's girlfriend, for people that are just joining.
Last night, I know you guys are all aware of this because we just found out last night and we were devastated. We can't find her now. So this is turned. The most important thing is anybody who knows where she's at to please contact HPD. Theresa, if you're watching this, you need to contact HPD. If you're telling the truth, you have God on your side. My son and all of us know nothing. We are shocked. We are devastated for everybody involved. And to clear up that rumor that nobody's seen Sam since April 30th is a lie.
You see?
I just provided you guys with pictures.
So she's addressing some of this stuff. That's why I wanted to play for you guys the first clip, which police, they're really just trying to say what they can confirm was April, but the grandmother saying that's not true. She provided pictures. That's not the last time that Samuel was seen. That's why this video and this conference that she did is kind of important.
Pictures with dates. He was with us. Dalton is not a bad father. He would never harm that baby. He loves him to death. He would die for him. And if you're a parent, you understand what he's going through right now. And the possibility of trusting someone you thought you knew could do this. We have to have answers. Now, whether the other family's involved, I don't know. But whoever it is, this is Sam. He just turned 6.
Yeah, his birthday was over the weekend, I believe. He was reported missing. I don't know when his birthday is, to be honest with you, but I know. Oh, it was on Saturday. It was on Saturday. So reported missing on May 27th. That was Thursday. So May 29th would have been his birthday, if they're talking about that Saturday. Yeah, it was his birthday on Saturday.
We didn't even get spend his birthday with him. And I would like anybody out there to donate to EquiSearch because they have been.
Bio mother, I hear she went missing. I think according to the last video, I think yesterday. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but sorry, did I say bio mother? I didn't mean bio mother. Theresa, the girlfriend. Sorry, Theresa, the girlfriend, Theresa Balboa. She's missing, and I think that was yesterday. I don't know what the deal is with the bio mother. I don't know that the bio mother is missing. I don't know where the bio mother is. I don't know if they've spoken to her. If anybody knows that, let me know, because I read a couple of articles. I didn't see them say anything. And hopefully the reporters are going to ask this. It's something else when the police are describing it as complicated and all the news media articles are describing it as complicated. Early Tuesday, police towed a black Dodge vehicle from the apartment complex from which the alleged abduction was reported. And they searched in the area Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. I don't know. The mother thing is a mystery too.
Truly amazing through all this. Tim and everyone, all the searchers, they need supplies, y'all. They need Gatorade, they need water, they need off, they need towels. Anything that you guys can provide out there when you know that we're going to do another search for Sam. Please just drop something off.
Yeah, the girlfriend's missing. The girlfriend that said this story that the mother shows up, the bio mother shows up with a police officer, she went missing.
For those people that are taking their time and have to do this kind of thing.
So when's the last time you saw him?
May 2nd is the last time I physically had my...
So she says May 2nd, okay? Physically saw Samuel. May 2nd. The school last saw Samuel April 30th. And this, the girlfriend, the father's girlfriend claims May 27th this incident happened.
Hands on Sam.
And his dad says he was getting sick?
Yes. And we're not going to go into that. We're going to let the detectives sort all that he said, she said crapola out.
What?
Yes. And we're not going to go into that. We're going to let the detectives sort all that he said, she said crapola out.
Okay. Crapola out. The he said, she said.
Tonya, were you able to talk with Theresa? Because I know she's been MIA. Did she ever?
She has been with us since day one. And she has been helping search. She has, from Friday, she's been in with investigators several times. She's given up her phone. My son, we've all given up. We've all been interviewed. So now we don't understand what's going on. We just need to get to the bottom of this for Sam. We need to know where he is, that he's safe, and he's coming home.
Supposedly, it sounded to me like she said that Sam was getting sick. The father said that. But she wasn't going to go into any further details.
Son talked to Theresa. When's the last time he spoke to her?
Yesterday at 4:15.
And then she's been missing since then?
Yes.
And what is he?
So she's been missing since yesterday, 4:15. The father spoke. I guess the last time the father spoke to her.
What do you have to say about that?
He is devastated.
We have no idea where she went? Did she
No.
say anything before she left?
Nope. She was on the other side of the road handing out flyers. Dalton went down the other side, and that was it.
When's the last time your son saw Sam?
You'd have to ask Dalton. Everything's just a blur right now. But Dalton has seen and talked to Sam. So that's another thing.
When? Guess
They're trying to pinpoint dates down. So.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me. I mean, I understand maybe from like the grandmother's perspective, but just that the parents, they're having to figure out the dates. You can't figure out the dates. Like, it's just crazy. Like,
again, any information, anybody that may have saw something and not realized it, just notify HPD.
Tonya, what do you think happened? Is there a story that makes sense to you?
None of this makes any sense. None of it.
And Theresa's the one that came out that said that brought the story of the fake cop, correct? Was she alone with Sam when that happened?
the story about what? Let's hear that again. Let me turn up the volume. Let's see this.
And Theresa's the one that came out that said that brought the story of the fake cop, correct? Was she
Oh, the fake cop. Okay.
alone with Sam when that happened?
Again, I want you to talk to detectives about this.
See, that's a really good question. When Theresa, the father's girlfriend, said this story that the fake cop shows there, and supposedly is with the bio mother, was the father there at the time? So she doesn't want to say.
Because the statements have already been made. I don't want to say something that would mess up their investigation. It's very important because they are doing everything they can to figure this mess out. So please, if you're going to report something, make sure it's correct. Make sure. I've been quoted saying that I had custody. I never said that. So again, this stuff is very important because people are watching what you guys are doing, and they're muddying the waters for detectives, which means they're going on false leads, wasting time and energy and resources on stuff that doesn't even pertain to this.
Wow.
So that is my main thing today. And every day is going to be we get the right news out there at the right time so detectives don't have to spend 10 minutes on something when they can be 10 minutes on Sam.
And how often does Sam stay with his mom?
Sam hasn't been with his mom since January of last year.
Bang! That's where I took that little note from. Sam hasn't been with his mother since January last year. Okay? That's an important detail too.
Of 2020?
Yes.
And why is that?
Again, I'm not discussing any of the details of that. He's been with his mom since January of last year.
Of 2020?
Yes.
And why is that?
Again, I'm not discussing any of the details of that.
We can't indulge anything on that right
Was this a custody issue at all in May?
I cannot discuss any of that. Again, like I said, it really doesn't even matter what happened before. We have to find Sam now. And that is our biggest thing.
That's the goal.
That is our goal.
As a grandmother, could you speak to somebody out there? Obviously, somebody's seen something, they know something, and maybe they're keeping information to themselves. Can you speak to that one person out there that really could help crack this case for investigators and bring?
As a mom and as a grandma, if you know anything or you think your child is capable of this, you need to sit them down and pray with them and make them do the right thing. I know it's hard to have to think that you love somebody and somebody could do something. But we need to know, and you need to face whatever consequences for your actions.
Do you think Sam's in danger, reading between the lines there?
I think this is now bumped up.
Why do you think that
Oh man.
Theresa is
Yeah, I feel bad. She's really, you could tell she's broken up about it. Jesus Christ. I know I saw a video, one of the clips that I saw, Tim Miller from Texas EquiSearch, he was saying that like it's not looking good. Like from all of his years of experience, it's not looking good. There's just a lot of holes and a lot of unanswered questions. I think the past does somewhat matter because it kind of, I understand she doesn't want to answer that, she doesn't have to, but definitely for obviously detectives or people looking for clues or the web sleuths, because sometimes you might be able to find a pattern or a motive or something, you know. This video you guys are watching, for the people that are just watching, this is the more recent update. This just came out like an hour ago or something, an hour and a half ago, 2 hours at the most. 1 hour ago, grandmother was speaking.
I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to let the detectives do what they have to do, and that's what Dalton and all of us are doing.
your son says Theresa loves Sam?
Yes, she does. She's been very good to Sam. Does flashcards with him, takes him to the beach, plays with him.
Samuel Olson, that's a boy.
What do you want to say to her or anyone else?
Just bring Sam home. Just bring Sam home. This can't go on anymore. We need to know where he is. where he is and that he's safe and that he's good. And that way he can have a birthday party.
And he spent a lot of his month of May with her, right?
I'm not getting into any more of that. Like I said, I've given you everything I can give you. Again, talk to detectives.
I do want to nail down that what happened when that person took him.
Again, I am not.
When the person what? See, a lot of times too, you gotta. I think sometimes with these things, not only is it good. First of all, I think it's great that the grandmother came out and maybe cleared some of the misconceptions, though there's just still so many questions, and I guess you can't answer everything. But also, what I think is really important is to hear what the reporters are asking, because they know a lot of stuff that we don't know, and they know a lot of information, and a lot of times those people are affiliated with law enforcement, and they just know little things, and they're watching and things to ask.
I'm gonna get into this and talk to detectives.
I do want to nail down that what happened when that person took him.
Again, I am.
I don't even know what she's saying. When that person's something.
I can give you. Again, talk to detectives.
I do want to nail down that.
Oh, is that what she said?
When that person took him.
Oh, thank you,
I
Keisha.
am not.
What happened when that person took him?
I'm gonna get into this because we don't know what the detectives are working on. We don't want to give any information out that somebody may run, somebody may leave town, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, we don't want to even speculate on anything. Just let the detectives do what they have to do.
What do you know for sure? Where Sam was, who he was with, what do you know for sure?
I think the detectives need to give you that stuff.
I like it's smart what they're doing. It's something that I do sometimes when I'm talking to people. I'm not a professional interviewer or nothing. I don't even like to call myself an interviewer. But a lot of times I'll ask a question. Maybe they don't want to answer it, or they kind of whatever. Then I'll ask it again in a different way, and they might not answer or whatever. And then maybe later on, I'll ask it again in another way. And then sometimes I'll go back and listen to the conversation, and sometimes you can notice the different responses in people's answers. Not saying at all that she's being deceptive, but I see what they're doing.
Because again, I don't want to put any false information out there. That
it's a better question to ask them.
Did you have something planned for his birthday on Saturday?
Yes, we did.
What were you going to do?
We were going to have a party here at the house for him.
But if it was going to rain, we were going to go to pizza. And
That's horrible.
Egg loves you, baby. Uncle Wai-Wai loves you. Papa loves you. Daddy loves you. I know your mommy loves you. I know that your Mimi loves you. I know all your aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody loves you and misses you. And we're gonna see you soon, honey. I promise. I promise, Sam. I promise. I'll never give up.
Damn.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Oh, so Dalton, I think I see him posting on Facebook. Made one post May 28th. Please help me find my son and bring him home safe. He shared like the Texas EquiSearch donation thing, I think. It says works at Bounty Hunter. I mean, who knows what I'm not even sure what I haven't looked into any of these people. Maybe another time we'll do a stream where we do a little dive. That's just crazy, man. Let me see if this is the one
combing through
oh yeah, this is the one I think. Oh yeah, here's the one I wanted to show you too. This is where you can see a little bit of Tim Miller talking. Just some of Tim Miller's thoughts. Crazy. And before we end the stream too, I'm gonna briefly talk, just a quick mention of a missing child that was reported in Florida. She was actually found recently. Maya Turnquest, I think it was. She was found recently. Well, let me play this clip for you.
Developing now, the search for missing 6-year-old Samuel Olson. Houston police now saying it's possible the boy could have disappeared at the end of April. KPRC2's Vincent Crivelli has an update on where the investigation stands right now.
Good afternoon. Right now, investigators are examining a car they found at the father's girlfriend's home. We know that Samuel was reported missing last week. However, his last verifiable sighting was April 30th. The father of little Samuel Olson breaking down overnight, crushed by the magnitude of the situation. His 6-year-old son is still missing. Overnight, Houston police executed a search warrant at the home of a friend of the father's girlfriend.
We don't know where this little boy's at. We don't know when he disappeared.
Tim Miller of Texas EquiSearch spent hours combing through fields looking for clues. This morning, he says, though at the moment, he has nowhere left to search.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I don't think this is going to have a happy ending.
Dalton Olson, Samuel's father, believes Samuel's biological mother has taken the boy. His girlfriend, Theresa Balboa, claims.
So that's the girlfriend there. Okay. The grandmother claims or states that the biological mother hasn't seen Samuel Olson since last year, January 2020. The other thing that the grandmother said, which the media is saying the verifiable last time was April 30th when Samuel was seen at school. The grandmother is saying she has pictures of a more recent time. She said she last saw Samuel. I wrote the note here somewhere. I can't find it now. Somewhere I wrote it down. I don't know where I typed it. But she saw him in a more recent time. And so now this woman, Theresa Balboa, which had Samuel supposed to be last, stated that some police officer shows up with the bio mother and takes Samuel. So is Theresa telling the truth? Is she lying? Did the bio mother scheme? They seem to have some sort of past with custody. May 2nd. Thank you, Lakeisha. They seem to have some sort of past. They don't want to talk too much about the past, but it seems like maybe they had custody issues. I don't know, but they don't want to get into specifics. The one person that I saw online posted some of the history, and she was stating that there was some sort of she's on bond for pre-trial. In the case of missing Samuel Olson, birth mother also has an open case. She's on bond for pre-trial 5/28, and trial was set for 6/8. And the bond orders are that she's not allowed to be around Sam and Dalton. Oh, let me show you guys this real quick. I mean, things like this, it could be a possible motive. You know, I don't know. Let me give you the big screen real quick. This is where is Baby Kate, aka Catherine Shelby Elizabeth Phillips, long name, but she posted it on Facebook. And basically this says bond conditions. What's the date on this? Looks like this was in 2020, so I don't know. Defendant will not communicate with the complainant in a harassing manner, threatening manner, in person or through third party. The complaining witness is Dalton Olson. Oh, there you go. That's the mother's name, Sarah Olson, I guess. The bio mother's name must be Sarah Olson. Let me take that note because I couldn't find it before. Sarah Olson, that makes sense. Sarah Olson. I guess somewhat of a research show too, in a way. I coined that term from Star. But yeah, this is like a thing where they're not supposed to communicate. Defendant will not commit family violence or assault against the complainant. Not commit assault. will not go within 200 yards of the complainant. Okay, and here's another thing with the first sentence I was reading, or the number one. They're not supposed to communicate except through the complainant's attorney for the purposes of a lawful custody agreement for exchanging their child. Samuel Dalton Ronald Olson. So it looks like there was something going on. They were having some issues, right? And for the new people, this is the picture of that's the father, that's the girlfriend Theresa, and that's the bio mother. All right, and so back to this.
Girlfriend Theresa Balboa claiming she was caring for the boy when the boy's mother appeared with a man dressed like a police officer and took the child.
I was going to take Sam to school when his mother...
And what I would like to know, is there a full interview of this? Does anybody know? Can we find this on the internet? Or was it not released? Is it just a chopped up version? I would love to hear a full interview of the reporters talking to Theresa.
Showed up with a police officer, or what I was under the impression to be a police officer, and they demanded me to release.
Right now, it appears as though that was a fabricated story.
Houston police say they don't know who to believe.
There's a crazy thing. They're even saying maybe it's not even true. The whole thing with the fake police officer and all that stuff may not even, nobody knows what's true.
We've gotten so many conflicting stories.
And now this woman that was standing there that you just watched now has disappeared. Nobody can contact her since yesterday.
From family members, investigators say it's possible that Samuel may have been missing for as long as 4 weeks, not 5 days.
Right now, there is not one credible person that can say the last time, the last day that little Sammy was even seen.
And you know, Tim doesn't BS.
And that really complicates things. Investigators say they may issue an Amber Alert, but they're short on details because they're not sure whose story to believe. Reporting in Houston, Vincent.
That's crazy. Crazy. And that's kind of, I guess that's all I have for this story. I'll briefly just tell you about this because I'm still having these weird issues, horrible issues now on my Streamlabs. I don't know what's going on. But really quickly, this is the girl that was found. Just a FYI. Maya Turnquest. I don't know the details. I don't know. Well, there's actually 2 videos that I'm not gonna watch. But I saw somebody, the family or somebody posting that she was found and she's safe. How old was she? Not even sure how old she was. But she's found. So that's it, man. Thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna head out of here. I gotta go pick up the baby. You guys comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the story. Thank you for bearing with me through that technical crap. We had to start over. Take care of yourselves. Peace.